Previously on Vlogmas.
The past few nights has been see him for lunch. I'm gonna eat this cabbage. Her latch is pretty good. I don't. The issue how like what December and my mind is. I've washed bottles. Second time I've washed bottles. Oh, I need to make haste. She's moving. Also I here. Y'all probably really can't see like a big feed. Afternoon, you all. I haven't really spoke to you all, but I've been getting. You have all been with me as I started my morning, even though it's been pretty crazy. We may or may not get into crazy, but just know that I didn't get to do my morning nap. First of all, Brooklyn decided to be up and went to see um, the boys off, and when by the boys I mean my husband and Daniel off, and then she finally went back to sleep. And then there was an incident out here in my apartment, and the neighbors, some kids out here. We kind of live down where really it's only the two of us that are down here in this section of my apartment. So if anybody's down here fondling, you was looking for trouble. Well, apparently some kids was looking for trouble, and there was an incident that took place. Neighbor informed us about it, and then here come the police asking questions, and I'm thinking they're just asking to see if I see anything. But somebody said that the children that did it lived here, and that made me feel away. So that interrupted my nap. And it was definitely given a law and order SVU situation, because once again, I woke up abruptly. I got my baby in my arm. I got these itty bitty shorts on that I go to sleep in, and I had the door cracked. And luckily, I saw that he was definitely law enforcement, but the way I opened the door and the way I don't really remember, I remember what he looked like, but I don't remember everything because again, I was half asleep. I need to do better. Anywho's, so taking care of a few things. I called my employee benefits. I was on the phone with him for like 45 minutes, which I knew it would take a while. But baby, the line was staticky. I was barely hearing what he said. Baby girl got up and needed to eat, which I went on and pumped because, um, and I'm gonna get into that too. I think I am definitely overthinking this breastfeeding thing. Um, I am definitely worried more times than I'm not that she's not getting enough. Um, and so that's the reason why I give her formula because I'm afraid that she's not getting enough. And then I think I am hyper focused on making sure she has supply for daycare. But we don't even go back to daycare to February. And I really think I need to calm that down and realize that that is a problem for January and not even beginning of January, like last 2 weeks of January, even last week of January, because initially, and honestly, the way my nipples are getting up, I'm dry. Like y'all, it's cold outside, and my skin is doing the most. The kids' skin is doing bad. My son's skin ain't doing well. Baby girl's skin ain't doing good either. Like the eczema and the cold is squaring up with us. All my eczema babes, you know what it is. So I'm so sorry that I be coming up here looking dry, but I'm doing the best I can. Anyways, so, what was I just saying? Yeah, so I think I'm really overthinking, being worried that she's going to go to daycare and not have enough milk. But then I realized that even with me doing combination feeding, which means that I'm doing breast milk, and she can have formula and has been introduced to formula, that in the event that she only has like maybe hypothetically 4 bottles of breast milk, she can still have 4 bottles of formula and still be okay because we've been doing that. So I think I need to take that stressor out as well. And then um, initially, whenever she was born, I already said that I was going to not exclusively breastfeed after she goes to daycare in February. However, I had started to rethink that last week because I was like, oh, but it's so cute and all of that. But then again, now this week, I'm like, no, in February she done because I'm tired of my nipples hurting so bad. So I think, and exclusively from pumping, I had to get my mind together because when I thought she was waking up, whenever I'm trying to give my boobs a rest, I I have been, I guess you would say, exclusively pumping for that day, and it's a lot of work. And I've also noticed that there's certain days I don't give enough. So yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get work on the thumbnail, schedule day 3, and I think I have one more day on this SD card that I'm editing on because I have 8 minutes on here, so I can do a switch out. So we can keep filming. Um, and honestly, I don't feel bad. I'm really excited, and some of my faves are doing Vlogmas, like Peyton, and I'm noticing that not everybody is doing Vlogmas their own way, and so I don't feel bad by not doing 25 days. Honestly, 12 days is the bee's knees because it's the pressure of editing every day, and even though maybe on maternity leave would be the perfect time to be able to get through 25 days, but honestly, also I'm not doing anything because I really feel like so far, because I can't go out like that because it's cold and she's new. We've been through this, that I feel like y'all are getting the same type of content, and y'all gonna eventually get tired of seeing that. But hopefully, we're going to this week. Hopefully, by the weekend at the latest, we can get decorating. But also, I need to clean up because, baby, listen, you can tell Mama ain't touched the house. My husband has been holding it down, and I appreciate him. But I'm back. Okay, I'm talking too loud. My baby keep moving. Bye, y'all.
No, let me. I need to walk because y'all about to make me upset. Now I've gotten a grip on my anger. I don't clown like that no more. I done stopped talking hard. I done shut all that down. Because I spent too many years talking overly hard, hurting people's feelings without meaning to, but it doesn't matter. I found out you can still hurt people even if you didn't mean to. So I decided to not do it anymore. But now that we're talking, let's talk. Everybody in here tends to fake a little bit, so don't think hard of them. But what I have found is the devil is not just after the sin moment. But what he's looking for is now you start doubting God. Now you start pulling away from the saints. Now you start having excuses for why you don't really want to worship. Before long, see, because he don't care nothing about that moment. Folks been tagging folks since the beginning of time. What he's trying to do is get you into a position where he can attack your mind and pull you from God. That's why they wasn't saying that because they feel in some kind of way. Because he's out to devour. That's why he wants you to keep your anger out, kind of hide it, and then you can use it when you want to. So you have a great big blow up, and then the family is tore all to pieces. Okay, well, nobody preaches. Seeking whom he may devour. The Bible is very clear. Whom resist, verse 9 of 1 Peter 5. Come on.
Whom resist steadfast in the faith,
Right.
knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
So you and I need to get a mindset.
Hey guys. So today, ooh, busty. Today is Wednesday, and we've been rocking and rolling this morning. I'm kind of whispering because baby girl is sleeping. Sorry, I thought my family was coming home, and I was like, well, so much for this clip. But I had my 6 weeks postpartum checkup, and everything is good. C-section is healed beautifully. I've been cleared to do a lot of things, all the things. I can start back working out. Pretty much, I'm cleared. I can do regular things now. Praise God. But what I was really geeked about is that literally I'm back to the same way I was before I found out I was pregnant. And all I've been doing is breastfeeding. Speaking of breastfeeding, though, I am like one breastfeeding session away from about to be an exclusive pumper because my nipples be so sore. But the question is it the breastfeeding in general, like the act of the breast pumping, like, and it don't mean necessarily that I'm watching my baby in the camera. And not so much that the baby has to be to boobs per se, or is it just the act of pumping in general? Like, if I pump it from the pump, is it the same? Am I getting the same benefits? Because if you didn't know, when you breastfeeding, the reason why don't sleep on breastfeeding mommies, because breastfeeding burns the same amount of calories as it does as if you did 7 miles. Go walk 7 miles or Google how many calories you typically burn when you do 7 miles. It talks about how much like energy you use, which is why breastfeeding mommies are so tired. I forgot how much the percentage of how much energy it uses, like as far as but it's like it's a good percent, about 20 some percent. I forget how much it is, but it's a good amount, and half of that is in the brain, which is why we be tired, which is why we be hungry. And I am committed to breastfeed for as long as at least a year and a half. But she was never going to be exclusively to the boob for a year and a half. She was going to be strictly pumping by February once I went back to work. But the way my nipples be sore, well, that's so much for that. I'm coming, baby. But the way my nipples be sore, y'all, I be like, we about to give up now. But like, if I'm going to continue to get snatched because she's on the boob, then I got to figure something out. I do want to go. What's the matter? What's the matter with you? What? I really be talking to her like she going to say something back to me. What is it? You thought you was here by yourself? But yeah, but I just want to know, like, y'all can't even see me from this light, but don't look at me like that. I just want to know, like, does the true weight loss situation happen because she's to the boob, or is it just the whole act? If y'all do the research, comment down below and let me know, because that's what I want to know. I was going to tell y'all about how IEP meeting went, but I only got 2 minutes, and baby girl is about to get upset. And I was about to wash some bottles, but obviously that's not about to happen right now either. So much for this clip. But just know I had a doctor's appointment. We're all good here. We had an IEP reevaluation meeting, which went well. We'll talk more about that probably tomorrow. Now, what I need to do, I still need to wash 2 things, wash some clothes, 2 things of Brooklyn's on my hand. I need to make sure day 3 is actively going up. Day 2 is already up. We'll post it and scheduled to go up. And I would like to edit day 4 just because even though I'm doing 12 days, but it's just helping me. It's keeping the anxiety down, okay? Because already when I went to the doctor, apparently the way I be answering these questions, I'll be giving my anxiety is on 10. And that's the end of that. She said that'll do. We'll talk more about it at another time. Bye, y'all.